Welcome to the garden at the end of August. So we walk down the side of the house. The hostas have done reasonably well this year, without too much damage from slugs and snails. If we look up, we've got Clematis juiniana climbing into the hedge. Then we step up onto the paved area behind the house. The roses are having a second flush. Lady Emma Hamilton in front of the situ tree, and rural England climbing into the apple tree. Busy Lizzies have done really well this year. After a poor year this year in the summer scheme for the snowdrop border, I've got a different idea for next year. We'll see how that works. And as we look into the woodland, we've developed a new path going to the left, and we'll come down that new path on the way back. So we'll walk instead down beside the shed with the woodland to our left. There's still colour in the borders. When we walk back, you'll see how much the borders have changed with the brickwork that was carried out in July. So just pan round. As we look towards the woodland edge border, you might see that the oak tree is now gone. Really opened the area up again, created a lot of extra light. July and August seem to have been very busy months for tasks in the garden, which hopefully will pay dividends in the long run. With herbaceous Clematis heraclifolia new love. And another of the bold borders, which is now holding some promise for next year, as is the one on this side. Tailing off now, but we have hopes. Through the gate, the dahlias are still blooming profusely, but the sweet peas have been taken out, and at the moment we've got some new plants temporarily planted out, just to give them the chance to bulk up before they're planted in the borders. The cutting beds are still got some colour. The sunflowers are doing well. And cosmos and zinnias to the far end. And in the greenhouse, the tomatoes have been very early this year. Blue and white border has seen some changes since last month. We've cut down the climbing roses on the wall, and they're coming out. The delphinium that was here has been split and moved to a different border. And an aconitum, two aconitums, both poisonous plants, were removed from this bed here, leaving gaps to be filled. Moving into the rose garden. The roses against the fences have been cut down, ready to be removed. And they're going to be replaced with roses which grow no taller than the fence, which I think will improve this area, which is going to benefit greatly from the removal of the oak tree, which no longer overshadows it. So you walk underneath the clematis colonnade. The clematis have done quite well this year. They've particularly responded to watering to boost them. And the roses that have been growing underneath are beginning to fill out and seem to be working quite well. Now the changes to these borders are very evident from this point. The two big borders having been split and the path placed down the middle, and just offset to give a bit of variation. So I'm not going to stuff the borders on the left, but I shall certainly add annuals there next summer to add more colour. I've also removed part of the fence here, allowing access to the magnolia, the dark magnolia Susan, from this side. As we enter the woodland, there's been a lot of holly and ivy trimmed from the hedge, creating space for a new path and effectively gaining several square metres more of garden which had been overgrown. So add more woodland plants to the edge of the path. It's still very much a work in progress. We're now walking towards the shrub border, towards the other side of the house. This persicaria has gone over the top. That's actually going to be taken out and replaced with something else, which no doubt you'll see next month. So remains of the the oak tree stacked up, ready to go to a neighbour for their wood burner. A quick peek inside the coop. Its glorious green smell. The red flower that you can see is an amaryllis cross, not really related to the plants that we often see at Christmas. Down the side of the coop, to the very green shady border. The miniature hostas. And the shady courtyard. And that's our video tour for this month. Thanks for joining.